Hello my dear ones, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla and today we are going thrifting for some outfits inspired by some of my favorite looks in the Gilmore Girls series. Hello my friends, I am back. Before we jump into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have just been so generous and kind and just the best, really, during this time. If you missed it, while I was in Ireland a couple weeks ago, my grandfather very unexpectedly and frankly quite confusingly passed away, and I ended up flying into New York to be with my family, obviously, and to lay him to rest. My grandfather and I were very, very close, and so yeah, this has been a weird time. But then also, while I was in New York laying my grandfather to rest, some of my cousins were sick, and then it ended up spreading around and a ton of us ended up getting sick, myself included. It's been about 2 weeks. I've been on antibiotics for maybe a week now. I am still really not 100%, and so I just want to ask that you bear with me. But all of that to say, it's been really just a whirlwind, and obviously autumn content did not go as planned because life happens. Just thank you to everybody who has just been so kind and so generous, and it means so much. All of the lovely, beautiful messages from all of you guys just meant a lot. So thank you. Also, I say all of this as well to say, please bear with me. I did lose my voice completely when I started getting sick, and so my voice is still quite tired. I am still quite tired. And I'm sure you can hear in my voice, I sound sick. I also cannot hear almost anything out of this ear, and can hear maybe like 50% out of this ear. So if I'm screaming at you, I'm so very sorry. Or if I'm whispering, I'm so very sorry. Yeah, it's just, it's chaos right now. Chaos, but it's okay. Now, with all of that out of the way, today we are going thrifting. I'm heading to Goodwill, my local Goodwill, and my plan is to thrift pieces that are inspired by some of my favorite outfits from the Gilmore Girls franchise. Now, for the last few months, I've been going through the series. As you guys know, I'm a serial rewatcher of the show, and I started rewatching it, I guess, sometime over the summer for maybe the second or third time this year. And I started writing down episode numbers, like season and episode numbers, and then little notes about my favorite outfits in each episode, or whenever a favorite outfit popped up. So I have a list of, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30 outfits that I really love. Okay, now without further ado, let us head to the thrift store. Okay, so I'm just getting myself like reacclimated to the thrift. It's been a minute. I looked through the shoes and the bags. I found a couple of bags that I think will work really well for that sort of 90s, early 2000s sort of style from the show. And now I'm skimming through the women's sweaters. I didn't see anything in the men's sweaters. I did look over there already. This is like the perfect sort of knit for the Rory sweater. It's just pink and glittery, so it's the wrong color. But I do feel like there's something to be said for kind of making these outfits your own. So if you maybe don't like wearing white, you can totally opt for a different color, which, to be fair, I might do. I tend to err on the side of darker sweaters normally, but if I can find a white one, I'll probably grab it, but we'll see. Okay, so I've been thinking about possibly dressing as Coraline for Halloween. This is basically the Coraline sweater, just in red, which is so disappointing. I wish it was the navy blue, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it back. Very cute though. I also really like This sweater looks very cozy. Okay, so I just stumbled upon this sweater here. It's very, very similar to the sweater vest that Lorelai is wearing. I'm gonna hold on to this because again, we're going to be like working with what we got, and it's still very recognizable. And this is kind of giving like a Burberry almost kind of vibe, which feels very Emily. I'm not gonna grab this one, but it is definitely similar to some of the sort of aesthetics of her outfits. This is not Gilmore related at all, but look at how cute this sweater is. I'm gonna grab it. Lover or hater, Emily is one of my favorite characters in the show, so I did pick out a couple of her outfits too. So there are some outfits where she's wearing sort of plaid gray pants like this. One of the outfits I picked out, so I'm gonna just parse through the plaid pants and see if we can find a pair of gray plaid pants that look similar to that. Yeah, lots of options. So far none in my size. These ones are size small, these ones were size extra, size 20. Yeah, let's see. These are a size 14 and they also look quite short, so not quite the right fit. I'm going to keep browsing through the sort of plaid pant section and see what I can find. And then she paired that just with a gray button-up. Button-ups are kind of a huge staple in the Gilmore Girls world, so I do want to see if I can find a couple of button-ups, a white one, a gray one, maybe a black or a red one. I have to look back at the reference photos, but I'm going to just peruse these pants. Genuinely not a single pair of the gray plaid pants were my size. I might be able to find something at home. I imagine my mom might have a pair, so I might be able to just use something I have at home, but I still need to find a gray button-up, so I'm definitely going to look for that. I'm gonna look back at I keep like having to go back and look at my reference photos just to make sure I know what I'm looking for. Okay, the next order of business is a black fit and flare skirt, like a little mini skirt to go with this outfit. I mean, I kind of like this as an option. It's got the pleats in the front, kind of like how Lorelai's does. It's gonna be a little bit longer, but that makes a little bit more sense for my sense of style, so I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna try it on. Okay, so I really like this Paris Geller outfit, and I do feel like this skirt would have been a great option. It is not my size, but I feel like this is the perfect skirt to recreate that look. I did also find this skirt that I really like, and this works really well for this Rory outfit, so I'm gonna try this one on and see how that'll fit. And I already kind of found a sweater that I'm planning on using for my Halloween costume. I was saying before I'm planning on dressing as Coraline, and I think this sweater, before I DIY it, would be perfect. Okay, there are a couple of dress options too, so I'm gonna just peruse through the long dresses already. This is not my size, but look how gorgeous this dress is. Oh my gosh, I wish this were my size because I love the colors, I love the pattern. Beautiful. Part of me can see Lorelai styling this with like a really cute sort of choker necklace, kitten heels, and a bag with her hair up in a claw clip or something. I feel like I could see her totally wearing this to work. In the same way, I could see her wearing this to work as well. I audibly just gasped. This is not the most... Honestly, I could probably see Suki wearing this out of everyone. It's not like the most Gilmore Girls-y, but like, oh my gosh, Whimsigoth, and it's velvet. Oh my gosh, I'm trying this on. Actually, I do feel like Suki would wear something like that, to be fair. And this is all about embodying the spirit of these characters. Okay, so obviously Suki's dress here is a solid color, brown, but I do feel like this is kind of giving a similar sort of vibe with the cutout in the front. I'm gonna try it on and just see what we think. I do still have a lot more dresses to look through, but I do feel like this is a solid option. This is actually like the perfect shirt for the Emily Argyle one. It's just not the right size, so I'm not gonna go ahead and pick it up, but this definitely could work for the one where she's wearing the brown sort of paisley almost print shirt. This is a very Lorelai top. I could totally see her wearing something like this. Welcome to the fitting room. We have lots to try on. I'll be showing you all the things I decided not to take home with me, and then of course you'll see the things I bought later on. I started off with this cardigan that I absolutely love and adore, and I honestly wish I will be thinking about this cardigan forever, but it was so unbearably itchy, so I decided not to get it. I then tried on these pants as well as this top, but we'll talk about the pants first. They aren't the perfect fit, but they fit well around the legs. They're just a little bit loose around the waist. I was kind of 50-50 split, but ultimately I actually did decide to get those. But this top, I just was not loving the fit of it. I have a white button up that I like the fit of a little bit more. I would like one that is a bit more of a like sort of starched or like sort of more structured material in the future, but this just was not the perfect fit, and I'm really focusing on only buying pieces that I feel like fit really well at the moment. This is another sweater that I was really disappointed about because I think it's really, really cute. I love the style, but again, it was hella itchy. This dress I actually regret a little bit not getting. So I don't love the v-neck, and also it was a little bit loose around the bust, but it fit perfectly everywhere else. And I think in retrospect, I could totally see myself wearing this with like a turtleneck underneath it or a t-shirt underneath it, and it's just such a cute dress. But I did ultimately decide not to get it. Only time will tell if I regret it, but I do think it is actually a really beautiful dress. This one just felt a little bit too young. I don't really like this particular cold shoulder, which is so funny because I actually tend to like that silhouette quite a bit, but this one was just not quite right. I don't know, something about it just felt a little bit too young for my current style. And then I tried on this skirt and this vest. I actually really liked the skirt, but it was at least a size too big around the waist. It was kind of slipping a little bit, but love it. And then this vest was just not the right fit for me. Okay, it is the next day. I've washed all of the things, and I'm gonna run down the list of things I got for you. There we go. So I ended up actually spending $50, and then with taxes and everything, and then I rounded up, it was $54 flat for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. That is, again, really, really not bad. That's about $5 a piece, if you will. This says I got 2 pairs of shoes, but I definitely didn't, so. Let me walk you through the Gilmore Girls related items first, and then I have a couple of bonus Jonas items for you. So, we'll start with the bags. And I'm actually thinking that this is what ended up getting like marked as shoes, or bags. Okay, so firstly, this 9 West shoulder bag. This just screams something that Lorelai would wear, but she would definitely wear it with like a shorter strap. So this seems to have been like twisted up. I'm actually gonna see if I'm able to just sort of double the strap up to make it shorter, and I feel like that would be so perfect. And then this one just felt like something that Rory would wear to like her internship or something along those lines. Crossbody. You can fit a book in here really easily, lots and lots of space, and also just generally speaking, this is very much my style. And I'm starting a new job in a couple of weeks, and I thought that this would be nice to just sort of carry my things in. Now, moving on to the actual clothing pieces. The first thing I picked up is this sweater. This is just a beautiful, chunky, navy blue knit. It's got the cable knits in it. It's got these beautiful textures. I don't know if this also qualifies as a fisherman's knit, but if it does, then I guess that's what it is. But either way, I think that this is a beautifully knitted sweater. The thing about this one is the way that it fits is actually more along the lines of the Rory sweater from episode 1 of season 1. That big chunky white sweater that Lorelai lovingly refers to as a moo-moo. And I might utilize it for that outfit, for recreating that outfit, but I also had this one in mind when I picked it up, particularly for the color of it all. I actually used to have a navy blue sweater that looked exactly like this one, but I just outgrew it and I think it started falling apart, so I don't have it anymore. But this is definitely gonna be a different style, but I'm gonna try to make it work. I think I can. So yeah, I picked this up, and this is just such a high quality sweater. It is from the brand 417 Authentic Sweaters by Van Heusen. and this is in a size extra large. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I love navy blue. It is one of my favorite colors to wear, and it's just such a soft knit as well, so I'm really excited to have just something really chunky and warm for the cooler months. For an Emily outfit, I picked up these plaid pants. Remember, I was looking for gray ones. Now, these aren't exactly gray. They are similar, though. They are from the brand Hillary Radley. They are in a size large. They are a little bit big around the waist, but they fit the rest of my legs fine. So we're gonna make this work. I also plan on tucking a shirt into this, and so I'm okay with there being a little bit of extra room, if you will. Now, Emily is wearing a gray button-up. I could not find one, unfortunately. I found one, it was denim, and I was just like, Emily would literally, quite literally, never wear denim, so I couldn't in good conscience buy it. But I definitely am going to take another shot at looking around for a gray one, and if not, I have a black button-up and a white button-up, and so variations of the look within the spirit, I feel like still count. I'm definitely doing that here. I am sort of trying to recreate these outfits within the spirit of these outfits. They don't have to be exact. So picked these pants up. I'm actually really excited to have these, and again, like I was saying, I'm starting a new job in a couple of weeks. These will be great to wear to work. I'm working actually out of college. It's actually my alma mater, and the colors are lemon and black, and those are black and white plaid, so those will just work so well with so many school spirit outfits, so very excited about that. Okay, another plaid item. I picked up this skirt, and I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting a plaid pencil skirt for absolute ages. I'm so excited to have picked this up. It is kind of a little bit of a funny fit. It just is like very tall, but honestly, it's gonna do. It is gonna work. I am so excited about this. This is the perfect plaid. It's this warm sort of beigey brown with regular brown and I think black in here as well. It's just the peak dark academia skirt. And then it has this little button, which I thought was a cute detail. This is from the brand Kathy Lee, and it is in a size, let me see, what size is it? It's in a size 12. So here we go. Here's this one. Now this is particularly for this outfit here. So the hope and plan is to put it with that blue sweater, so we'll see how that goes. Now this one is a little bit of a curveball. I tried this on in the store and I really was drawn to it because of this little peephole here. Suki is wearing this beautiful brown dress that has a peephole in it, and I just thought it was absolutely stunning. Now I did look to see if I could find a solid dress, just like a solid color dress with the little peephole, and I didn't really find any that I liked, or if I found one that I liked, it wasn't in my size until I saw this one. And this is just, it is different, but again, in the spirit of, and also this is something that I would absolutely be wearing so much during the Christmas season, which we are coming up on, so it felt like the perfect thing to snag. This is from the brand Robert Louis, and it is in a size small. I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and I feel like this is a really stretchy material, which is why I could get away with wearing a size small. It has pockets as well, which, to be fair, I'm a little bit on the fence about when it comes to slinky materials like this. Sometimes I feel like pockets do a disservice to the shape of the garment, and I do feel like that might be the case a little bit with this dress, but I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think. But overall, I love the intricate detail of the gold ring here around the peephole, and also the gold buttons that match on the back. I love that the sleeves are cinched in and they kind of puff out a little bit, and this is a beautiful fit and flare shape. So I'm just really excited to have this in my closet. I have nothing like this in my closet, and I just know I will be wearing the absolute crap out of it this winter. Okay, and then the next two pieces actually are going together. Now, this is from Croft & Barrel, one of my favorite brands. You guys know this is almost exact to the sweater that Lorelai is wearing, except for that hers is a vest and this is a full-on sweater. Now, this could be a cardinal sin for some of you guys, but I do plan to cut the sleeves off. Sweater sleeves are often sewn on separate, and so I am gonna try to just cut the sleeves on the far side of the seam that attached them, and then I'm just gonna kind of roll the edges and do a sort of rolled hem, if you will. And honestly, because this is a small, the sleeves are just a little tighter than I would normally choose. So I actually think I'll get more wear out of it without the sleeves on it. So I'm gonna be turning this into a vest, which is then gonna be almost exactly the same as Lorelai's. Again, Croft & Barrel, one of my favorite brands to thrift. You can also buy them at Kohl's. but really excited to find this. Like, that is the most exact piece that I found out of all of the pieces that I found. And then the next piece I have here is by the brand DS Debbie, I'm not sure, Schwat, I think is what that says. This is in a size 10, and this is like a weird size 10 as well. This is like a little oversized on me. Either that or it's supposed to sit really low on the hip and I was just pulling it too high, which is possible, but this is just a really cute little black pleated skirt. It is a little longer than the skirt that Lorelai is wearing, but this is definitely more within my wheelhouse. If I'm gonna wear a sort of pleated skirt, I'm gonna go for a longer length. This is also long enough that it's professional, if you know what I mean? So like, I could wear this to work for sure, and she could have worn this to work at the inn. So very excited about this, and it's just this feels just like really high quality. I have no idea what this brand is. I hadn't heard of it until I picked this up, but it feels really high quality. The lining is really soft and sewn on really well, so I'm just excited to pair all of these things together. So these are all the pieces for the actual Gilmore Girls styling of it all, and I hate to be that person, but I really do want to make a dedicated video styling all of the Gilmore Girls outfits, so you guys will see that next week. Next week, it's not too far away, you're gonna see me styling a ton of outfits inspired by some of my favorites from Gilmore Girls, and that way you're not just gonna be seeing these thrifted items, you will see these thrifted items, but you'll also see other things that I already have in my wardrobe, other things I've thrifted or purchased elsewhere, and you can get even more inspiration. Now let me show you the two Jonas bonus items, if you will. So as you guys know, I've been working with Goodwill of Central and Coastal Virginia to put together some Halloween costumes, and so while I was out, I was actually looking for something to put together a Coraline Jones look. Now I actually already had a handful of things that could work for this look, including the raincoat and the skirt. The skirt I had thrifted actually already, I believe at Goodwill as well, but then I saw this orange and white striped sweater and I felt like that was the perfect fit too. Coraline is wearing a sort of pink and orange striped shirt, and so this one felt very reminiscent to that. So I went ahead and picked this up, and if you want to see the final look, feel free to check out either my Instagram or Goodwill of Central and Coastal Virginia's Instagram. There's a whole reel of me styling this costume. Believe it or not, I watched Coraline for the first time last year and I absolutely loved it, like loved it. I just rewatched it yesterday and I was really excited to be able to put together a costume inspired by that Tim Burton film. I feel like every Halloween people are kind of dressing up as Nightmare Before Christmas characters, so it felt cool to be able to do a different Tim Burton character. Okay, and then the last item is by the brand Carol Little dress. This is in a size 12. It is a little oversized, but just a tiny bit, so I still like the fit of it. And this, if you are a Halloween Town fan, I feel like you will immediately recognize this as feeling reminiscent to Grandma Aggie's dress. Like, what the actual heck? It is so perfect. This dress is absolutely stunning. It is a sort of two-piece. This little over like cardigan sweater situation is attached to the dress underneath. Part of me wishes they weren't attached so that I could wear them separately because you could get even more outfits out of it, but I still really love this. I mean, this felt like a 1 in a million thrift find and I'm over the moon jazzed about having picked it up. It is so beautiful. It has this sort of warm floral kind of print. There's a velvet stripe on the bottom of the skirt that I think is such a beautiful added detail. And then of course the jacket itself is a beautiful dark purple velvet. I just think this is so stunning. It's just really warm, rich, dark autumnal tones that make so much sense for fall and for sort of witchy costumes and things like that. It's just so perfect for a Grandma Aggie outfit, and honestly I feel blessed to have found this. Alright my friends, those are all of the items that I picked up at the thrift this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed coming with me and seeing all of these pieces. If you want to see these pieces in action, feel free to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I am constantly posting outfit videos and outfit photos. You can also stick around to next week to see me style some Gilmore Girls inspired outfits using these thrifted finds and more. I am so excited for you guys to see sort of how everything turns out. I'm honestly very excited. It's my last week before I start my new job, so I'm hoping to like get ahead on filming a little bit. So I'm hoping to just spend a lot of time filming and just creating and being as creative as possible, and I'm just really excited for you guys to see that video. My hope and goal is to do some site shooting for that one so that it feels really cozy and things like that. So yeah, I'm so sorry that autumn content didn't go sort of as expected. Life doesn't go as expected most of the time, and this has just been a weird freaking time to be alive for me and for my family. And yeah, I just really appreciate all of your kindness, your generous messages, your just patience with me as I am navigating a new world without my grandfather in it, and navigating just life as it's changing, and getting over being ill for the last 2 weeks. So thank you so very much for all of your love, all of your support, and all of your kindness. Don't forget, it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.